Cats of Cali?
Mostly associated with gold tops, but you do see some. Magellan's got a Cali girl, but you know, when you're at a store, think about it at the store in Lake Fisher, you're like, you just get a case. And a lot of times Gibson was happy to sell you.
How many times I gave you a case with whatever, you know, whatever case came out of the back. They don't always stay together.
Yeah, I think you gave me an SKB case with Amos at it. You know?
Yeah, that was it.
Anyway, here we go. What is this?
Oh.
This is the Ragin Cajun.
It's a lot of red.
It's a lot of red. It's a nice color. It's a nice top too, nice chevrons. Double whites again. 1960, 07171. And this one's got a great story involving Michael Hickey. This guitar ended up in New Orleans. It was sold, I believe, by our friend Vic, or through a guy who Vic sold it to back in like 1990. Ended up in New Orleans and sold it to Steve at International Vintage. It had crappy chrome covers on the pickups. Other than that, the guitar's stock. It's got one change volume pot. Who cares? Real guitar. And it ended up at International Vintage in New Orleans. Nobody went down there to see it, and you know, I don't think Steve really, you know, wasn't really in a hurry to sell it. Great guy, I love Steve. We were playing the Sanger Theater in New Orleans on a Saturday afternoon, and I got bored. And I asked Mike. I said, Mike, you want to come down to the guitar shop? You want to see Steve? Sure. Comes down. We go down there. I go, hey, what's up with the burst? And I said, what's the number on it? The number was less than I thought. I said, okay. Then Steve comes in from a gig, and I go, like, I don't really need to ask this question, but I'm curious. And I think I have a number in my mind. I said, if he says the magic number, it's going to be the trouble, and I have to sell something to pay for it. If he says the magic number, shake his hand, take the guitar. I was like, oh, we'll square up on Monday. You know, I'm not going anywhere. My credit's good, thank God. After I make the deal with Steve on the guitar, Mike finds a copy of Vic Dupre's first book from the early 90s. I was like, early 90s. Mike goes, what do you want for these books? And Steve, I don't know what he was thinking, but he just looks at the price on the book, the original price, right? Like the original Hal Leonard price. Yeah. And he charges Mike full price of the book as if it was a new book only 30 years later. And, you know, Mike goes, okay, fine, you know, and he just does it, and he's fuming, and he goes out, he's like looking through the books, and he goes like, can you believe it? You just buy a Sunburst Les Paul, you know, the way Mike talks, and he's like, you know, can you believe that? You know, he charged me full price. We're on the bus going back to the theater. Next thing he goes, hey buddy, here's your guitar. And it's a picture, okay?
Oh.
Of your guitar, 07171, with double whites. We're like, wait a minute.
Oh, the crappy chrome covers were still on it?
Yeah. We're like, wait a minute. So we look. Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, the covers come off, and there's your guitar. Posted on Instagram, because that's how everybody gets their information now. And Steve is coming to the show, so he comes there early. He goes like, man, you really lucked out with those double whites. And we're like, dude, the guitar, it was in a book in your store. Look them up every once in a while. So it turned out to be cool. And this is the most consecutively used guitar I've ever played on stage. Every show, 3 years, 300 shows. I use it every night. And it's just a great, great burst.